We're here. I'm freshly cut. I've realised that I have got grey hairs on my beard.
Bit late for that, isn't it? Sorry. Oh, your hair, right? Let's see.
My mind went to the same place.
Hi, everybody. How's it going?
Like, what is he talking about?
I've got grey hairs on my beard. I just noticed it this morning. I was just like, oh no, it's begun.
Gee, Hamish, I went and got my hair cut on Tuesday.
We look like we've got the same hairdo.
I know. I noticed there's a lot more grey over here.
Yeah, it's insane.
I also got my hair cut, guys.
Well, your eyebrows don't count.
I don't believe you.
What did they do? Did you just go snip?
Yeah, they snipped one bit off and I ran away.
My hair.
Leave me alone.
I remember when you actually had short hair.
When was that?
I mean, like the start of the podcast. You could look at our trailer. Your hair was so short.
I thought my hair was
Did you have short hair when we all met up for the first time?
Yes.
I think you did.
Yeah, not like super. No, it's not super short. Like not as short.
Yeah,
as
I don't think I've ever had super.
No, but like your sides were shorter for sure. Anyway, yeah. I'm getting grey, and things are happening in the world of flesh and blood and in real life. I'm sure we'll dig in, but before we do that, man, I need a beer.
Oh, already? You're going straight in for it.
Go.
Wait, where is my beer?
Yes, Hamish.
Simon.
What birthday beer have you got for us today?
Oh, Simon. I have got a Lucky Break Brewdog.
That's cool.
Simon! What? Simon is going, because guess what Simon's got?
I've got a backup, actually.
Well, no.
You haven't got the same, have you?
I got a heathen.
Oh,
no, that was my second try. I almost went for that one. It sat in my fridge. And I was like, we could have been bestie beers.
It would have been a first.
But I went for a heathen instead by Northern Monk because I wanted a 7.2% hazy IPA, not a 6.4% hazy IPA.
Simon's gone for violence on this podcast.
Yeah, I woke up and chose violence today.
We've got some heavy topics. I need some 7.whatever percent. I don't know what
I knew what we're going to be talking about.
6.7. All right, okay. I'm getting a bit tame. Trip, how much percentage is your rage?
Mine is not that much. I can't even see. Well, I've got a very boring beer in comparison to you guys because I've got a Kronenberg.
Oh, that's like 4%.
Yeah, this must be 4%. All of these are like 4%, aren't they? 4.6.
If I hadn't have gone to the shops to get new beer, I would have been stuck with a Heineken, which would have been
lame,
out of character.
As lame as this Kronenberg, but.
So
I almost had it. I was saying to Simon, I almost had it with dinner by mistake, but I managed to remember not to.
Oh yes, right. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Let's hope your day that you're listening or watching us is lucky too.
I think we're going to have some good discussions.
We're coming in hot. Hold on. Hang on. Mm-hmm.
It's a nice one, that one. Oh,
this is a good one. Oh,
I love how we've turned Hamish into a New England IPA stand.
I love it.
Yeah, so happy with
it's when you convert me to flavors. It's when you convert me to more stout version stuff is probably when my world will open. But look, I still don't drink coffee. I'm not that guy. I just think stout and coffee lovers it's that same thing. I think you've got
dark bitterness, isn't it?
Yeah,
you like the sweet.
You just don't like them, do you? Those stout and coffee drinkers.
No, I like those people. I just don't like those. I just don't like the drinks and anyone's opinion on it.
Before Hamish gets too into stout and coffee,
let's go.
We should probably do our Patreon 6-pack winner for this episode.
All right. Okay.
Well,
go on, Trip. Lay it down.
I have spun a wheel.
Why? What is this? What is this wheel of time?
Well, I feel like people must know by now.
No, they don't. If
you don't know, every episode of Push Point, we spin a wheel, and if you're a patron, you have a chance of winning 6 packs. The latest set of Flesh and Blood, which is high seas at the moment. We're gonna have to decide whether we do Guardian Mastery Pack.
That's an interesting point. Maybe.
We'll ask the patrons, see what they think, whether they want us to dip into the old Guardian or not. I imagine they'll want to stick with high seas, but you never know.
You never know. Maybe we do a mix.
We could mix it up.
3 and 3.
Anyway, wheel has been spun.
Go for
it. And the winner is Johnny Chapman, everybody.
Whoa!
Congratulations. Or Golden Donkey, as he is on my wheel. But I knew immediately who it was. So congratulations, Johnny. Simon will get those shipped out to you.
That means more international postage.
Yeah.
You asked
we've got international patrons. They can't all be they can't all land on a Brit.
Wow.
I mean, or a person living in the UK, I should say, because a lot of people are still Brits.
Well, we had a Australian Patreon winner. I do need to send those. Off, so
Simon, get it sent while you're sorting out the packet,
never.
or while you're packing all that stuff ready to send it to His Majesty's Royal Mail. I'll explain to you about what other benefits you can get as a patron. Okay, Simon, get the tape. So, if you're a patron, you can also get 10% off on Thistle Tavern, an awesome Scottish single seller from Aberdeen. If you haven't been to their store in Aberdeen, check it out. It's really, really cool. They've been on TV, Scottish TV. And but for the patrons, if you are ordering singles online, any card game that they're doing, you get 10% off. We've also got Metal Fab Tokens, which is an awesome token seller, and they have lots of really cool metal tokens for a variety of different games. And if you're a patron, you get to figure out when they're going to get their new stuff. Also, we've got PCG, who is an awesome grader. We have an office over in the UK, so if you're a Push to Win patron, you get 10% off your order to get your cards graded. Easy peasy. So thank you so much, everyone. And you should, if you're from definitely from the UK, you should be a patron for Push the Point. You
save so much money.
You're literally giving us £3, and you're saving yourself way more money. You're saving so much money doing it. So yeah, if you're from the UK, or if you're not, support us, man. Be a patron. We love it. Now, let's go. Let's do this.
All right, first up,
Donkey Kong Bonanza.
It's a very good game, everyone. You should get it.
I've heard a lot of good things.
If you have a Switch too, they should have made it the launch title.
They should have.
Controversial opinion. I think it would have been better if they'd made it the launch title.
It definitely would have.
Mario Kart was a bit of a.
It was good.
It was good, but then I don't have any friends, so
No, I think if they did it the other way around, where Mario Kart
Donkey Kong
came
Bonanza
out,
would have been an insane launch title. And if anything, it's more of a launch title. I reckon if they'd gone Donkey Kong Bonanza, then followed it up with like a Mario Kart World, I think people would be on it. Just saying. Anyway, guys, it's a great game. If you like Mario Odyssey
and
real good
Trip
game.
Yeah.
Trip.
Oh, right.
Trip.
That's me.
Not you, Hamish.
All right, not me.
No, Trip.
What do you think about the IRA deck?
Oh,
well, hang on. I wanted my opinion on Donkey Kong Bonanza.
No, you've brought it up.
You don't own it, do you? Because I feel like I would have seen it pop up in the corner of my screen saying Hamsack is playing Donkey Kong Bonanza. Or have you been playing it in the last few days?
I do own it. I got it. I got it on release.
Have you not played it?
Yeah, of course I have.
Oh, we've just not been playing at the same time.
No,
I swear I saw you were still playing Wind Waker last time I was looking at.
Bro, that was like last month.
I saw Simon was playing Stardew Valley again.
That's all Simon ever does.
Yeah. I like the little update we get on what we're playing on the Switch. It's fun. What's your view on Donkey Kong Bonanza here?
I'll keep it short and sweet. It's I'm a little bit touch and go with it. I called it what was it? Is it Red Zone? Or is it Red Zone? That there's Red Zone Gorilla or whatever it's called. It was a really old game of where it was the first time you were a first-person shooter, and you blew up the walls.
Yeah,
and you're like, oh wow, oh my god, so you can just blow up anything. And now I call it. I think it could have been Red Zone. I don't think it's called that, but now I just get.
Is it Red Zone Alert or something?
Yeah, something like that. But now I call it Red Zone Guerrilla Warfare.
Because donkey.
Yeah.
Donkey.
But it's. I find it very like everything is just destructible. Effectively, it's kind of cool, but I find it sometimes a little bit weird. And this is from my Mario Odyssey days of where I just want to do some awesome platforming where I know, and it's just got a bit of platform in it, and it definitely has. I just haven't dug into it.
I know what you mean though.
Long enough.
It's less of a platformer, more of a Banjo Kazooie style collectathon type game with like cool level design and that kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, I've been playing it quite slowly. It's not a game I've been like binging 6 hours of it. I just play a little bit, take a little break, do a level, do a zone, a layer as they're calling the game, and then.
But the combat compared to Mario, obviously, I think the thing that I find really quite charming about Mario is that I forgot that just transforming into lots of random things.
It
was really, really good. I was a bit like, oh, okay, and then just doing some weird stuff with that and making
banana. I mean,
but that bit wins.
Banana, and that bit makes
banana.
Banana. Yeah. That's like the best thing in the world. So
I feel like when I got that, I was like, I messaged Mark and I said, we need to do this every time we meet up. Ooh, banana. Just drinking a beer, and then bum 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 bum, just chugging beers.
That's really funny.
Anyway, that's my home news. I'm sure that's pretty much everyone's home news. We've got loads of fab to go on about. Oh, by the way, shout out. Thank you so much for the message, Steve-O, from yesterday or last episode's shout out from If You Know This Game. Immediately got a WhatsApp message saying MDK was an amazing game. So thank you, Steve-O, for the message. That was it made my day knowing that you actually listened to us. Although he did say I got as far as until you started talking about Fab, which is quite a few people, to be fair.
We have two audiences,
the YouTube,
we have the home news audience, and
we have home news audience and the Fab audience, and then occasionally the people that just like to listen to it all. We appreciate you all. Now, unfortunately, to the home news audience,
we've got quite a lot of Fab to get through.
We do.
And
but if you want to see an argument, stick around.
I mean, by quite a lot, I don't mean a lot of topics. I just mean a lot to get through, because there's going to be some differences of opinion.
Yeah, we got. I can see a debate coming through.
But I think we should start with the easy bit, because there's been an IRA armory.
But I want to keep this bit for the debate.
Okay. There's been a lovely IRA armory deck released, and I've just opened mine tonight and had a look through.
You mean the Katsu deck?
But yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually a really good IRA deck. Like, just to open it and go through it, the cards look great. They do loads of great things. I think you could take it to your local armory and actually have a good time with it.
I got one little thing. Didn't really matter, but the Gravy deck gave us a little bit of paper, giving us a little bit of lore on how to play the game. Very weird that the one deck I thought this is like this and Aurora are like the most prime starter deck thing you can give to anyone, and they didn't give them the instructions like they did in the Gravy Bones set.
No, it's got the QR code in it, hasn't it?
Yeah, but you know what I mean. I don't know.
I think they're technically different products, aren't they? Right? Because there's like the Armory deck, and then it's like.
Is the Gravy Bones deck a different product?
This is called an armory deck.
Yeah, it's called an armory deck.
I swear they.
No, it's just a CC Blitz thing.
Yeah, I thought they originally talked about there being there'd be armory decks, which would be existing heroes, and then another type of
the Jarl was a release deck. Wasn't it?
But that didn't come with a bit of paper telling you how to play the game.
I don't remember. I mean, I've bought so many of them for bizarre reasons, even though I'm never going to play Jarl. But
I don't have a Jarl deck.
I don't.
The IRA deck is the best starter product they have. And if you have a friend who's interested in playing Flesh and Blood, just tell them to buy the IRA Armory deck and take that to an armory. It's even got AB1 in it, guys, which LSS never put in anything.
And it's chock-a-block with Majestics. There's so many Majestics in it.
No, they're quite good. And then you can make a really good Katsu deck out of it. Once you're tired of playing Edge of Autumn.
All right, Simon, as my residential Katsu player, Trip is my residential IRA player.
Yeah.
Both the same to me.
Exactly.
Yeah, pretty much.
They both play very differently.
I know, but whatever. Ninja, blue border. Simon, Katsu. What is your opinion on this IRA deck improving Katsu?
So I think he's got a lot more consistent with this deck, and it allows you to stack your deck full of combo cards that actually mean something.
So, like, in what way? Are we doing Edge of Autumn stuff?
Edge of Autumn stuff. So
okay.
if you put in Edge of Autumn, then you've got all of the Vengeance cards, which are all combo cards. You can stick those in. Most of them are, well, Seek Vengeance is 0 cost.
Are they all got combo on it?
Yeah.
All right, okay, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's really good.
You can have a much higher density of meaningful combo cards. But then you've also got the expansion cards that have been coming out. So you've got Retrace the Past, which is comes after a Gust Wave. You can name the card that you want to be. So you can mix that in with Edge of Autumn. You can mix that in with the Gust Wave lines. You've got your 0 for 4 Gust Wave, so you can use that as a go again between Surging Strike. You've just got the Surging Strike line has just got lots of options now.
Sounds quite complex. Sounds like it's much harder to play now. Like,
I think there are probably more decision points.
Yeah, that's harder, right? That's what I mean. Like,
it's taken me a little while to get my head back into Katsu, but it is a lot more fun than he was 6 weeks ago.
Let's be real, everyone. In my opinion, Bonds of Ancestry. Kind of still doing all the heavy lifting.
But yeah, so I still don't think he's not S tier. He's probably not even A tier, but he's a lot of fun to play.
I disagree. I think over time he's actually genuinely A tier now. I think, or maybe he is back from the mud. Like, he was like joke. Let's be real. He was a bit of a joke. You should not play him. Yeah. Now I think it's an actual contender. I think he's an actual contender, like, for real this time. Like, I put him on the same.
No, I said hot or not, I put him hot, and I got the wrong ninja, right? So Trip picked the right ninja.
Yeah, no, I don't think
doing really well over the weekend.
No, I don't think your hot take on Katsu was out of the question. I think I think overall, he will be like Verdance and Florian. You know, when they first came out, and it was just a bit like, okay, yeah, sure, and then just time done it.
I do think it may well be a case of being like the ProQuest RTN level hero that just like stomps a few because people don't know how to play against him.
He will win some ProQuest for sure.
Yeah, I think he's an interesting hero. I think the +1 on the arms helps a lot. Just
his breaking scales.
Yeah, being able to break.
You can just reuse them all the time.
But can you get it back?
Yeah, because
it's not a.
No, but
you can get your Edge of Autumn back. Yeah, because you're playing the 0 for 4 and the 0 for 4. Do you play the
Seek Vengeance? You're playing an Axe Vengeance. You're probably playing the other blue 0 cost.
But do all of them bring Edge of Autumn back?
Majestic. Any card with Vengeance in the name, when it hits, you can get Edge of Autumn back.
Oh, right. So let's just say you got, you do it. Edge of Autumn, followed by this. Throw Edge of Autumn at your head. Cool. Yeah. I block. Okay, Edge of Autumn's banished. Yeah. You didn't manage to retrieve it. Is it quite easy to get it back?
So next turn, you can back if it hits. They still have to block it.
Sorry, everyone. Glitch. Say that again.
I think it's a little bit like...
Sorry, Simon. Could you just say your bit again? It just glitched. Sorry, everyone.
You can't. I was saying you can finish even after you've got rid of Edge of Autumn. You can chuck a Vengeance card in at the end of your chain.
But if that
on any subsequent turn,
but if
any Vengeance card hits, you get your Edge of Autumn back.
Right, even if it's like 2 turns later, you manage to get it.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good.
I think for Katsu, it's just the opportunity cost of playing Edge of Autumn and these cards is just super low. Yeah. It's just a direct upgrade because you obviously 2 Kodachis is great in the late game, but Katsu's not really getting to that point that often anymore. And it's just like you're normally you might have a spare resource for like 1 Kodachi maybe, but having 2 spare resources for 2 Kodachis is not as common. You're either going, chess piece into Surging for 0, or you're pitching a blue to play a Surging with 1 resource spare, so you might swing 1 Kodachi at one point. But now you're like, well, I can swing an Edge of Autumn, that's great. And I get all of this benefit from having 2 to 3 uses of breaking scales as opposed to one use of breaking scales, and not to forget that the new arm piece blocks for 2 at the end of the game anyway, which is really nice.
Good.
Yeah,
it's a great upgrade.
The value on that card
breaking
must be
scales and
really.
Tiger Stripe.
The value of that card must be insane. Like if you get
you can
those
easily get up to 5. I think you can easily get up to 4 value. I think it's not unreasonable to use it twice, and it's very much not unreasonable to use it 3 times maybe, and then you block with it for 2. And the value of the on hit, because every your first attack is always an on hit in Katsu, because it allows you to then trigger Katsu. So the value of that +1 going over the top, and a good player against Katsu will just block you out effectively and force you to play cards, because you want to hit with that first attack action, right, Simon? So then you can choose which 0 cost to banish. And if you're forced to play another one, you need the natural combo.
It's not just the first attack action, is it? Because if they block the
first one to hit, right? Yeah.
So now you've got a couple of different block points. You've got the first attack action that they want to stop. You've got a vengeance attack action that they might want to stop.
There's a dishonor at the end of the chain. You always need to think about.
Dishonor at the end. You've got whelming gustwave in the middle if you want it. Like there are a couple of different ways of card draw. If you're playing Mask of the Pouncing Lynx, you've got to stop the card draw from that if you want. So there's just, as Trip says, very good players can block Katsu, but unless you know what's happening, it's very difficult to stop what's coming.
I find it quite like, I think it's just actually much like this is playing into Katsu's game plan so much better now that it's like Assassin. Did you soul read me correctly? No, I didn't. All right, we punished.
Yeah.
But the punish is that the attack never stops, and then you can't even foresee where this is going. Whereas the punish, most of the time when you come to an assassin, is what do I lose out of this? And it pretty much tells you on the card what you're losing. Whereas with Katsu, you kind of go, oh my god, where does the physical damage stop? Like what card are you pulling from your Katsu trigger to find something that will then do more? And I don't even know what you've got.
The problem with Katsu, though, is still that Katsu's only got really like one relevant on hit. That's not its hero ability.
Simons.
Well, because you make the example of comparing it to Assassin.
It's
Assassin, if it hits, it discards from your hand. It does weird stuff to your grave. You create a blood rot token. You create whatever, and I think the problem with Katsu is that it's really good to be able to fix your hand, and that is irrelevant on here. But I'm not disrupting my opponent with the exception of Dishonor, which is a difficult card to pull off with only 3 copies. I mean, 6 copies, I guess, of Bonds of Ancestry. So it's obviously one of the best on hits in the game. But I think if Katsu got if they printed another, like a Whelming Gust Wave that instead of drawing you a card, discarded an opponent's card, or had more great, or had Arsenal Hate maybe. I know obviously they printed the new Vengeance Arsenal Hate Ira, but you don't want to play a 2 power 6 in Katsu, really. I mean, just play Command and Conquer. I mean, it's combos. So I guess,
it's Command and Conquer on
cool. It's full. It's fun to be able to fetch it from the deck. I get that, but I still don't think that you have the 2 resources. But anyway, I think
there's 2 points there,
Trip. It's definitely a direct upgrade, but there's a few things.
There's 2 points that you made. That one, it wouldn't be we've got to know what the class is, and if Ninja's doing that, it's an assassin, and that's not what we want it to be. So they've got to not be too disruptive in terms of they've got to have a very limited ways of how they can do that, and it's only fair because that's what the class does. Their on hits was always, and which I just said, and my point is that the on hit is more damage, kind of like Bolton in a way. Kind of like, but that it's you're not going to stop me, and that's the strength of Assassin. But Assassin isn't going to go. If Assassin does 3 chain link wide attacks, that's insane. 3 or 4. This Slippy went off the rails with this 4 chain link. Whereas 4 chain link for Katsu's Mate,
That's easy.
That's pretty mid, to be honest.
I mean, but that is, as you say, Hamish, that is Ninja, isn't it?
That is Ninja.
Indra, Fi, Katsu, Ira's a little bit different.
Yeah, I'm actually intrigued on Trip's point on the deck with Ira.
I slightly disagree with Trip's point on the Enact Vengeance, but because what you're paying from a blue, you're paying for the Edge of Autumn. You've probably got a Seek Vengeance in between, and then you've got your Enact Vengeance, so 3, and you're threatening Mars Trigger, and you're threatening Arsenal Disruption, and you can go and search for it. It is a tutorable.
I think it's a great
TNC.
I think it's a great card because at the end of the day, it's doing the job of what a TNC wants you to do. Right? You go, I haven't got a great turn. Give me cards, and all I want you to do is give me cards to make my turn better each time. I've got to take the tempo off your turn in some way, and if it's just literally take the tempo.
Yeah.
1 for 5. If it's on hit, go again. Cool, wasn't blocking anyway. Your go again is just, it's not an on hit. Fine. But, 2 for 6, Arsenal Destruction.
The line is pretty good, I guess, with Seek Vengeance, because it's not, you don't have to draw it, right? You just need Seek Vengeance or blue and any 0 costs, and then you're representing 11 damage, Mask of Momentum, and potentially fetching your. And obviously, if you use your arm piece to buff either the Seek Vengeance, so the Enact Vengeance, Seek Vengeance, it's free because you're using that buff to hit.
And if they block it
harder,
and if they turn and go, I'm going to give it a block for 3. All right, I'll give it +1. I Sink Belowed. Okay, I guess I took 2 cards off you. You took 2 cards. I don't care.
I mean, and if they you don't have to react before the sync. You just wait, and then you're like, okay, well, you synced it. Now I'll play the Enact Vengeance, and then I can buff this up to 7. They're not going to block 7.
Yeah,
and then you fetch the Edge of Autumn back. I mean, obviously, if they had a card in Arsenal, they might. If you bait them into blocking 6 and then you go over, obviously that's amazing. But a good player's not going to do that. But it is quite nice. So maybe an Vengeance is playable.
It is fun. I've been really enjoying it. I think it struggles with
that line
of
is
faster paced decks like
nice
Syndra. I think.
It's the aggro race. That's the aggro race, isn't it?
It's the aggro.
The point I wanted to make was what I was getting at is that if Ninja is all about my on hits do more damage, you're just always going to be in that race of like what deck does the most damage and play that deck. It's like the I don't know if you guys have seen The Boys, but it's like the fastest man in the world. The only fastest man in the world that matters is the fastest man in the world. Doesn't matter if you're the second fastest man in the world.
No.
Not like any other like superpower, right? And it's the same for like damage decks in Fab, right? If you're about playing a deck that just deals a lot of damage, just play the deck that deals the most damage. And I still don't think that's Katsu.
Well,
I'd love to see some lists though. I think it's got potential.
My counterpoint on that, Trip, is that I think in a vacuum you're absolutely right. If we had an aggro meta and the Slippies and the Syndras were so good that actually they're not well, Slippy's a bit different, but Syndra, she's relevant. Because it's not a counter pick against Gravy. She's just that good. She's just that good. Yeah, you don't want to play Katsu because she is the dominant meta pick. I actually think that Katsu is in a place of where you go, well, it's not all about the high speed race. It's actually about the flexibility, and this is why Slippy's relevant in a way as well. It's just, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like Aurora. Aurora was just so good because I pump damage. And KO, I pump damage. But what do you do when you don't pump damage? I'd still show up with pretty decent value on an off turn. And I think Katsu can fit in that slot. And that's why I think he's in there.
To be honest, and also I don't understand how you lose against Gravy. It's just I think it's just. If you're running Master
as an Ira player,
and as a Katsu player, Katsu I think better more so because you just I can just have any hand I want. If they have an ally on the field, you're just like, well, I can have any hand I want.
You can make your
hand. I can always just swap a card in my hand for any card in my deck. It's like if you're playing against Gravy,
isn't
it's just like swap a card in your deck with a card in your hand. It's just mad, isn't it? And they're quite beefy. Like the problem with Dramai was like actually most of the dragons they played against you were really weak, and you were like, oh, I don't really want to throw my surging into this dragon that's got like 2 health, but I'll do it because I get to
but if there was Dramai was alive now, because Dramai was free. Dramai was insane. But
I've been so many players who are so much better than me. I mean, even just because the matchup is just so favored.
Sure. Can I just get your perspective on the Ira deck for Ira?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a really well designed deck, and it's cool. I just think Kodachi's a better man. That's the problem.
Oh, it's so funny, isn't it? You just swapped.
It's all on. I'm not disappointed. I really like the fact that they went, we're going to make a completely different build. But the fact is, you can't play these cards unless you play Edge of Autumn in Ira. It's not even like I guess you could. No, you just can't. Like, they literally work based on Edge of Autumn, and the only one that doesn't work based on Edge of Autumn, Enact Vengeance, works on Vengeance cards, which only work on an Edge of Autumn. And the trouble is like the dagger package for Ira is so good. And it's just really tidy, and it's a really fun way to play with Flick Knives and Bloodstained Vest. I'm always talking about how Bloodstained Vest is just absolutely bonkers. And yeah, unfortunately, I just don't think the Edge of Autumn build in Ira. I talked earlier about how I feel like the Edge of Autumn package works really well in Katsu because there's so little opportunity cost to running it, because you just slot it in. You're a bit sad that you don't have 2 Kodachis, but you're like, well, I'm getting so much more out of it.
Yeah.
The opportunity cost for running Edge of Autumn package in Ira is massive. You're losing some of the best cards in your deck, that you've got your 0 for 4s already. You've got this Flick Knives package, which is really nice. Even if you weren't running Flick Knives, even if you were running like
the Edge of Autumn
Shuko,
the Edge of Autumn hands card, right? The reason you probably want to pick Edge of Autumn is the +1.
Yeah, I mean, that's great, but I mean, even if you weren't running, even before, if you weren't running a pure knives build, you're still really reluctant to lose Kodachis because 1-2-5 is really nice.
It's really good.
And Mask of Momentum is probably probably the best, one of the best, probably the best headpiece in the game. We can debate that, but
Crown of Seeds was a thing, but
yeah, I mean, Crown of Seeds was better, but right now, I think or even Mask of the Pouncing Lynx is one of the best cards in the game. It's tough, and you can run Mask of Momentum with Edge of Autumn. I probably would suggest you put it in the sideboard for Gravy, even if you're not running Kodachis. And we can talk about the Pro Tour, but I mean, I think it's a great way to play Ira. Though. It's really cool.
Katsu is lower than it actually is for Ira because of the way the heroes play.
Cool.
It's a cool package, and I think play it. It's fun. I'm interested to see can you play it in Fi or something weird like that? Like that'd be kind of dope.
I'll be interested to see if Katsu takes to a deck list of using both, of having both options.
Well, there we go. There's a review of 2 separate.
So before we wrap up on that, I'm building both that runs both in one game.
Okay.
So you you have to start with Edge of Autumn, banish it, and then you conceal blade in 2 Kodachis.
Some Kodachis.
Throw them. So you can't run the arm piece that you really like. And then you swap between Kodachis and Edge of Autumn. So I'll let you know when I've built that. And that's gonna be the best deck ever.
Okay, that's interesting. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Right. I want to touch on Pro Tour real quick. So
Ira best deck in format.
It turns out
1 LL. an Ira deck winning a Living Legend tournament was
could have
not on my
predicted
bingo
this?
card.
No,
I will not lie to you. But Zephyr Needle's pretty good, so
Yeah.
fair enough, I guess.
Well, it turns out Zephyr Needle and +1 every turn is pretty good.
Yeah.
I do think the Zen build is, I know, obviously, amazing that they won the tournament with Ira. It's actually incredible. I just don't understand why you wouldn't run Zen.
Because it gets +1 every turn.
Yeah, but Zen's pretty good.
No, Zen's very good. Zen's basically goes, okay, I've got to achieve 3 things. Well, yeah, 3 things.
Got it.
Let me transcend. Check.
Yeah.
I put my outer ball in the bin. Well, in the arsenal. Check.
Yeah.
Attack me. And then if that works, I've got a mad as hell line. Whereas Ira just goes, let's begin.
You just start.
Let's start the game as we mean to end it.
And they started blasting or started throwing. Yeah. It's cool. It is a cool deck, and I am gonna play it.
I bet you are.
It looks fun, and can't wait.
So
and Ira winning the calling. I mean, that's really impressive. I do think you can have a great day at the races with Ira if you just sit down against a million gravies. You could have right? And you can win it. You can win against pretty much all the other decks. If it is a strong deck. I think, and it's consistent. It's a good tournament deck. But it's always nice to know there are like 90% matchups in the field. It's probably not 90%, but like it's such a favored matchup. So it's always nice to take a deck where you're like, well, I might not be the best deck, but I can beat the best deck. So consistently, which is great. But obviously the main winner was again Gravy.
Yeah, for Sharia Wu. I hope I pronounced your name right. That was a
good story as well.
It was a good story. Sharia Wu versus France.
Was that French in the final?
Right? No, he took out Arthur in the quarterfinals. Took out another French dude. Apologies for getting.
Fair play to the French.
Well, the French just went. I think we got this, lads.
I didn't recognize your game, France, in the south in the Asia Pacific region.
Just so I got this right, Arthur Trehay in the quarterfinals. Shiriru takes out Tom Escoffier. But bludgeoned your name. Sharia Wu just went, no. And then now we got, Enki Dopekwa? I don't know. Again, butchered your name. Very sorry. Mate. And then Sharia Wu went, sorry, France. Not today. It was like really, really cool. It was very, 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 very interesting. Good plays all round. I stayed up as much as when I woke up.
It was a really awkward time to watch. I won't lie to you guys.
2 in the morning.
I didn't watch this one as much as I did the American one.
Well, time zones are...
The time zone does not work in our favor, but it was fun to wake up in the morning and put Fab on. Like when you just wake up, you're like, "Oh, watch a game before I get on with my day."
No, it was very cool. Gravy, everyone was like, "Oh, I don't know about Gravy." I just hearing all the commentary around it from the 2 commentary sources I listened to, so I can't speak for everyone. But yeah, it was just, is Gravy that good? Is Gravy really that good? Yeah, Gravy's.
And there was a Verdance in the top 8, which was one of my picks.
Verdance,
for the top 8.
Yeah.
A Verdance.
Right, well, we called it. Slippy and Gravy, Syndra. Prism didn't do well.
Gravy hacked.
No,
I got Syndra plan. That was great to watch.
What
all of the Gravy Syndra games that I saw all weekend. I think I saw 3 maybe over the weekend.
I'm rooting for Gravy because it's the one that you think is not going to win, and then when you see the Gravy player do win,
they obviously had a plan. Yeah.
Well, the plan's just throw damage back. Just be.
Yeah, it's the old Prism plan, right? Hit them hard. And
it's the old Enigma. Yeah, it's Enigma, isn't it? You go, don't put wards down. Throw boats at them and
throw boats.
Lots and lots of tipples, and then bring out a rigor mortis and swing for 6, and then they'll go, "Oh, kill it!" And you go, "I don't care. I just got 6 out of it. If you want to waste the damage on it, it's just like okay." But I can see where it can just it can fall apart sometimes as someone that's played it a fair bit. But yeah, well done, Shreya. I was actually pretty gassed. I don't know how often you see a local win their local Pro Tour. You know, LA was won by Arthur Trehay, and Pro Tour London was won by Pablo. Yeah. You know, how often do you get a local from the area win their local Pro Tour? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a really good point.
That's actually a thought. Yeah. I'm going to do a quick. It's a quick exercise. Pro Tour won Pablo in America, won by the Spanish. French won by the UK. Third one was. Where was the third one, bro? Was that LA?
Baltimore.
Baltimore won by. Oh no! Okay, no, that was the first time. Michael Feng from America won.
I was going to say there must be quite a high. It's
Baltimore, an American won by an American,
place, and they tend to get a lot of. And generally, if there's a Pro Tour in the America region, it tends to be in America. While if you have a Pro Tour in Europe, they're going to move it around.
I think to be fair countries. Though, that's true. Yeah, America is a continent-sized country.
Yeah, it is.
Well, but yes, Michael Feng won an American Pro Tour, and then after that. It's sorry, everyone. I know I'm actually just interested. I love this sort of weird.
We need this written down.
Weird pub quiz.
I want one of those rulers. You get with the kings and queens, but it's Pro Tour and World Championship winners.
So after Baltimore, it was Pro Tour. Oh God! Surely there was a Pro Tour in Europe.
Amsterdam.
Was it Amsterdam? No, I thought that was the LA one. It was LA then. No, it must have been in. It must have been in. It must have been in Asia, for sure. I can't remember. God. Anyway,
I don't know, dude.
Well, anyway, regardless, well done. The Pro Tour was sick. Really loved it. Gravy Bones is good. Now, they followed on with that.
The real topic.
I know, and it's
released.
I'm sorry, you're going to say, "Oh, lads, it's been an hour." I've got some.
No. We've got it. No, we've got to get this.
No. I'm not cutting this short either because of Ira.
All right. So whether you believe this news is contentious or not, whether you agree with it or not,
you won't believe this news.
They released this news in a retailer FAQ for the upcoming ProQuest season. Right?
Okay. Can we all agree? Poorly communicated.
Poorly communicated.
No,
absolutely.
No,
I heard it. Did you not? We found out about it, didn't we?
Oh, I saw it off a photo.
And to be honest, while Flesh and Blood is at San Diego Comic-Con and then Gen Con the week after, so they're busy guys, right? Mm-hmm. They are.
Oh yeah, I know. Not the entirety of LSS's whole place. Piled in.
Can I, before we continue?
Yeah.
I think the reason why you couldn't think of the second Pro Tour is because 1 year there was only one Pro Tour, right? 2023 was just in Baltimore.
They changed it, didn't they? Yeah.
Remember they changed it to one Pro Tour for 1 year, and then they changed it back the next year. So there you go. That's okay. Just one because I was also
because it was in Barcelona. Yeah. Then it was.
Why was there only one?
Worlds
Pro
was in
Tour?
Barcelona.
And then Worlds was in Barcelona, and then we're in LA. Won by. I'm sorry,
LA.
we're back. We're in LA. Won by Arthur Trehay. Then it was
right?
Amsterdam. Won by Yoma Shimamura.
Onizuri.
So again, and then
this year was London. And
then So
sorry, everyone. I know we got in.
We got it.
Hamish. I was also in my mind. I was like, yeah. What was the second one?
I was losing the plot.
Anyway,
right.
Sorry,
So
back to the excellent, amazingly well communicated news. I found out about it. So what more could you ask for, really?
Sure. It's basically what is happening.
Get on the Discord.
Yeah, what is happening is that from this season of ProQuests, if you have won a ProQuest event, you are no longer allowed to participate in further ProQuest events for this season.
Yeah, not bad.
For this season. So yes, you can go to your armories. Yes, you can go to Battlegrounds and Callings. You are not restricted from playing this game forever. You cannot, if you have won, play another event for this season.
You know what, guys? I think it's great, and I think I found the solution. is that just ProQuests? No. Armory upwards. You win an armory, no more. You win a skirmish, that's it. No more skirmishes for you. You win the world championship,
you're done.
that's it. You're out.
You're out.
Retired.
Yeah, if you are done,
Hall of Fame.
you are.
Guys, it's living legends for players.
Yes.
That's what we need. We need
For
living
players.
legend for
If
players.
you win-
We will have
If you win
special
worlds,
tournaments for you.
Yeah, if you win
you can just play.
worlds, you are an automatic dev. Congratulations.
You're out. There'll be you're out. You get the job.
You get the you get the job.
You have to move to New Zealand, and you have.
And then
to
you go,
take
oh, do
the
I
job.
get paid? No, we've already paid you your
I mean, that
salary
basically
in one
was
event.
that basically was the LSS hiring policy.
It was
for
for a
the first
bit.
year,
Well,
right?
in New Zealand, yeah.
All right. So,
Okay.
in all seriousness, I know Hamish comes down on one side of this argument, and I think I come down.
Well,
on
you
the-
haven't heard my side.
Come on then.
It sucks.
I think we've all heard your side, Hamish.
No, we did
Put it
before
all
we
over
started-
the interwebs.
Before we started recording,
It's
but repeat it for our audience.
I think, and this is my perfect analogy, it is a hammer taking out a screw. Will it do the job?
Okay.
Yes, it will do the job.
How
It's-
do you hammer out a screw?
Smash it. Just bam, 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 bam. You can do it. It will come out of the wall.
I would say I like that analogy.
It
I
will
would
do
say
it.
it's like using a flat head screwdriver to take out a Phillips head screw. That's what I would say.
No, that's actually that's what I call passing down. You know, it's not.
I see.
That's not insane.
Yeah, interesting.
It's not an.
Simon, what analogy would you use to describe this?
He would call it a Phillips taking out screw.
I don't.
It fits.
have an
it fits
analogy.
clean.
Oh, you can't not have an
Come on, you got an
analogy.
analogy.
You call this a podcast if we don't have.
This is
Don't put me on the spot like this.
I want this ProQuest is an analogy.
I think it's an appropriate thing to do.
There's no other way. There's no other way. It's
I would
perfect.
say it's
There-
a Phillips
there's
head
always-
screwdriver unscrewing a Phillips head screw.
Yeah, that's what I just said. He said this is the perfect.
Yeah.
This is the perfect tool for the
I'm
job.
not saying it's the perfect solution.
No.
There are always other solutions. There will have been multiple options. that
Yeah,
LSS
that's what I
thought
mean.
through
A hammer
for them.
taking out a screw. It's not the perfect option, but it is one way of doing it, and it will work. Okie dokie.
I think
So Hamish,
I think that's a bit more destructive.
Yeah.
I was
Oh,
gonna say,
it is quite
unpack-
destructive.
So why do you
I
think
quite
this
like
is
Trips.
destructive?
I quite like
Yeah.
Trips' analogy because it's less.
Well,
destructive.
obviously, I'm right. But let's start with Hamish.
I think
why do you think it's destructive, Hamish?
it's better to start off with my point because it's easy to say I agree because it's happening. So whatever, like yes.
What do you mean it's happening?
Well, it's happening. It doesn't matter It doesn't matter if I don't like it or don't like it. It's happening. People.
we're having a
think
debate,
it could
though.
you think it could have a negative impact on the game?
I think.
So what?
Okay.
Unpack that.
When I read it, I saw for the first time ever, and I've from all my time playing every type of tabletop related games of meeting up with people, never had a game tell me you can't play. Now I have if you cheat or whatever. Do you know what I mean? And you've done something very negative towards the community, and it's that's what we all agree on. I've never seen something turn around and celebrate by saying you can't play. This is a good thing, and you can't play for a good thing. It's the objective, clearly, was to stop people from winning multiple events, and maybe even seeing really good players traveling out, just farming up lots of different events, and just getting the gold foil prize, because why else would you keep going out? Because you can't get it's not PTIs, you just get the one event.
Yeah.
Happy days. So I just don't think anything that turns around and says you can't play is a hill to die on. I just don't think that is a hill to die on at all. There are
would any amount of statistics change your mind on this?
Sure,
I want LSS to release some statistics, because what I worry about with Hamish's argument is I don't think it's uncommon to have two people who have already qualified in a final of a ProQuest in week 2 or 3. I don't think that's uncommon maybe in the US where you have people that travel.
I would
as a
look.
team,
Let's be
have
clear.
teammates in the final.
I think we should only base the argument around the location in the area we are in.
No,
I don't think
you
there's
can't do that. It's an international game.
But what do
can't
you
have
know
one
about
rule for
America?
the UK.
What do you know
Right,
about what
you
happens in
can't-
Chicago or LA or
I
Baltimore?
don't.
No, you don't.
I'm
So they probably have
making
different things.
assumptions about different regions.
Exactly. Well, the point I'm trying to
from
make.
what I've heard, from what I've seen on Twitter, from what I've seen on YouTube, like, yes, okay, so we'll talk about the UK. So
Yeah.
it's not uncommon, I don't think, to have two people in the UK in the final who have both got invites.
Okay. Yeah. No. That's.
And you can't pass down below second place.
No, you can't. Yeah. Yeah. You could, but we don't. You could, but we
I don't think you can.
No, you could. You could.
Could you?
Of course you
How
could.
do you differentiate between third and fourth place?
The Swiss. That's the whole point of the Swiss. You get seeded. You're first, second, third,
Again,
fourth. First versus eighth.
But the
second...
seeding once the
No,
top eight
that's
play,
the whole point.
I don't think
What's the
that's
point
relevant.
of Swiss? You could easily solve this so
the
simply.
point of Swiss is to set the top 8, and then
And
I agree with Simon. I think once you cut to Swiss, it's like
no. That's.
I mean, I don't even. I think
This is why
you
third
just
and
call it
fourth are
there.
listed as third, fourth, not third and fourth.
That is true, and they get the same prize money as well.
But no one cares about being third or fourth because they get the same prize money. But they are technically third and fourth. Everyone, the wives are coming in now to try and break up the ProQuest scuffle.
Yeah,
okay, Simon. Like you could fire
round 2.
You could fire a missile at the thing to take out the target, or you could certainly, you could go around 100 different ways. But it's like the first thing we went for is this. This is our first approach. This to me just seems like the last. I think this is the last approach. I think this is the last thing you should do is to stop people playing. I think anything telling people to stop people to play. And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to defend. I'm not trying to say leave it as is. People will turn around and go, "Oh well, I'm not trying to say leave it as is. I'm just saying, like that's nuclear in my opinion. That's like the nuclear option. What is the last thing you can do after that? What more could you do after that? There isn't anything. Don't play an event. Don't put the event on. That's insane.
Well,
what
I guess
more could you
the
do?
argument that LSS would make is there is nothing more they can do because this solves the problem.
Yeah.
No, but no. I think it's.
I mean, no, that's different to what you're saying, which is there are definitely alternative things you can do, but the benefit of a nuclear option is that you don't need to do anything afterwards. Like they're saying,
we all agree that
this will remove the issue that we've identified, and that's that.
But
and
the whole point of a nuclear option is you don't want to use it.
No, I think this is a reasonable response.
It's not reasonable.
Right? I would like to see per ProQuest season the number of individual event winners and the average number of events won per player.
I would love for them to prove that the concept of taking a bit more of a gradual approach was proven wrong, and then they can turn around and say, heads up, we have tried the pass down stuff.
I don't think trying is a thing.
No, seriously, I don't understand why.
Because the way we play this game is the Swiss format, right? You've talked about Swiss already in seeding top 8.
Mm-hmm.
If you have someone who has already won an event and you're talking about passing down winnings, they will have had a tangible impact on the way that event has played out. Even if they're going to concede in the final, they will have impacted other players' ability to get to the top 8, to get to the final, and that will change the way that event is unfolded.
Do you honestly think that after you play the game, that any pro player will turn around and go, you know what, my goal is to continue to keep playing and receive nothing for it? I will get nothing. I will not get a Pro Tour invite because I'll pass down. I won't get a Goldfield card because that's going to get passed down. I will get nothing because I've already won. but I'm allowed to play. All I want to know, like, that's it. I will get nothing, but I'm allowed to play. That's all I want to do. All I wanted to do was play the game.
The problem is, Hamish, when you've got, after week 1, when you've got 5, 6, 10 people who have won ProQuest in that region.
Yeah, sure. They can choose not to play. But this is saying you can't.
Yeah,
Dolls.
I don't
Deprivation of liberty. No, it is. I just think I'd rather people will make an informed choice of going, I will receive nothing for attending the next thing. I will choose not to play. But if I do want to play, I know I will receive nothing. I will pay the money, get my participation prize, and I'll bring some funky deck, and I will just play the game and achieve nothing.
Let's be realistic.
So the store gets money.
It also stops what would have bound to have been happening if you're going to pass down, which is prize splits. And they say, well, you take the prize, but we'll split it.
No, no, but we're not prize splitting because no one. You've won. You can't receive this.
No, I think the pass down is. So when I first heard I'll give my opinion.
Yeah, go on, Trey.
Yeah, please.
I'll give my opinion. My little opinion.
The voice of reason.
For what it counts, my little opinion. So when I first heard these, I was like, "This is a terrible idea," and I was like, "Hey, I was like, just do pass down." And the reason why pass down might be an issue is it does lead to situations where you math out the top 8, right? You know, you got 2 players, they've already got wins, they've already got invites, so you're like, okay, we'll just concede those 2, and then we'll math it out. So and in a world. This to me wasn't a huge problem when we started playing Fab, because it would be like, okay, we got these 2 guys, they've already qualified, they'll concede their top 8s, and we'll move on with the tournament, essentially. But the problem we have now is that we have teams. So it's like, oh, well, I'm not going to concede against this, because if I win my top 8, I might play my teammate in the top 4, and then I'll concede that.
And then I can concede them in,
So then you get an advantage if you're part of a team, because before in the old days it would be like, oh well, I've got my qual mate, enjoy the top 4, but now it's like, oh well, that guy's not on my team, but Joe Blogg's over there in the other match. If he wins, and then I get paired up against him, and you can math this out.
Yeah,
you'd be like, well, I'm not going to concede to this guy because I can concede to my friend. So that does happen. In the past, we just sort of worked it out. We all know this happened. And now it's a bit more complex because of teams. Now, I think that's the issue with pass down. Now, is pass down a bad? I don't think so. And I think if you asked me before this debate happened, would you rather that players not play, or would you rather we do pass down? Even with that knowledge of how teams would function pass down, I think I still would have gone for pass down. This is the crazy, controversial view that I agree with Hamish. However, I agree. However, I don't think that the what they have proposed is going to destroy the game. No, and that's not what you're saying. That's not what you're saying. Is as bad as people think they are saying it is. And the reason I say
I also agree
is it is actually something a little bit different, which I think it kind of gives ProQuest more like aura. Like there's it, and I think it makes it feel more important, because if you win a ProQuest, it's like you've literally,
you can't play. How important the aura.
I've always thought there's a bit of an issue with ProQuest where I've kind of felt like they don't feel as special as they should. Because if you were playing Magic, and I never played Magic, but people used to talk about the big qualifying tournaments for Magic, like they were like massive, and it would be like, yeah, this is a big deal. You get to play in the most professional Magic tournament ever by winning or doing well at these events.
Sure.
And I kind of felt with ProQuest that Flesh and Blood never quite got there. And I'll level with you guys. I think we mostly just played ProQuests because we wanted to play Flesh and Blood. And I don't think that's what LSS wants ProQuests to be.
Wow.
They want them to be the peak for us to be like, yes, I get to be a professional Flesh and Blood player if I win this tournament, and I never think that really happens.
But do you know why? But do you know? But we know.
Something
Go on. But I just to answer the Twitch very quick point, Simon. Unless you're going to address the point as to why people don't treat it in the same way, it's because it literally depends where the Pro Tour is. That's it.
Yeah,
that's it. That's it. Pro Tour's in Japan. Guess I'm not going. Guess what happens when the ProQuest in Pro Tour London happen? It was more of a bigger deal than any RTN ever. And why are RTNs a big deal? Because it's a fucking event you can go to. That's why people go.
I'm going to throw this out there.
Yeah.
So I've got 2 points, right? Firstly,
I just don't.
I don't think this affects many people.
No,
we agree.
I think there was such a small percentage of people that were going and farming multiple events that for the vast majority of us, this will not impact us in any way. Apart from
benefit
in the third and fourth weeks, that we will have a better chance of winning these events because people will have won some already.
Yeah, I agree with you, Simon, but negative. Like, I think it only negatively affects a very few people. And actually, the vast majority of people will benefit. Like, I'll let you continue, but I heard someone say, "Oh, who's going to want to run their ProQuest in the final week of the season?" I was like, dude, I am going to that ProQuest. Yeah. That's the best chance I have of winning is when all the best players are gone.
Well, okay, well, just to sort of,
and I think
let Simon continue because I interrupt.
I've got. So on that point, I think Hamish was surprised by some of the defense of, or some of the.
I must argue my point is that some defense that I've seen has come from one social media source called Twitter. It is not very valid. It did get a little bit personal. That bit sucked a bit, but I'm not exactly calling out for everyone.
I will echo Pablo Pintor's thoughts on the personal nature of the discourse, and I think we are better than that as a community.
We are 100%.
And actually, we don't do this normally. We don't get personal. We don't attack individuals, and I think we need to continue that. We can all have differences of opinion on this matter, and we can all debate it like we are now without getting angry at each other. And I think that is the way it should go forward.
That is exactly what a smelly Simon would say.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm joking. You're right.
What are your thoughts, Hamish, on when this becomes an RTN issue?
Well, I'm not even going to go there. I want to actually address one or 2 points. I think I will die on the hill of that any policy that turns around and says that people can't play starts off its starting point, and I just don't think I ever like to see anything that positively happened to someone stop them from playing the game. I will die on that hill. I understand that it solves problems. Again, hammer against screw. It will do the job. It will take the screw out of the wall. Done. The collateral point of this is almost going, well, don't need a Phillips. We've got the hammer. It works. Yeah, look, it's such a bad. It's just I don't think. No. There's
I'm so far opposed to this because you're basically saying, Hamish, that if you turn up with a team of 8 people, and dude, teams in the UK, if you turn up with a team of 8 people, you have a much better chance of securing that prize money between the 8 of you than you do if you turn up as an individual.
No, I'm not. I don't. That's not my thing. I'm not that fussed. I'm not fussed about that bit at all. That bit doesn't bother me because then someone will turn around and go, well, okay, I feel sorry for the team of 10 people when the team of 20 people show up. I'm like, no, I don't care about that bit. That's not the problem.
What are you saying, though?
I'm just saying that not every event. No, you can turn around. No. That team of 10 people, sure, fine. You're going to get some situations. And don't get me wrong, let's just say you've got a city, right? One city has 5 or 6 ProQuests that happen in that one city. yeah, I can see a thing happening there that is a bit of a more of an issue where it's just everyone's just traveling around and whatever, right? I just don't agree that there's any method of stopping someone from playing the game is an option. I think there are many, 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 many more ways you can do this. And yes, you could turn around and say that someone's going to be colluding and doing all this stuff. Enhance your colluding rules. Do something about that. Do something about. No. That's just lazy, isn't it? That's too much. That's too much effort. Yeah, no, I get it.
I know. Do you know why, Hamish? That's not possible because that puts the emphasis on the individual judge in that area and not LSS's rules. LSS would much rather take this under their wing and say this is our decision.
I'm not telling
putting it on an individual judge.
But we haven't explored Simon. It doesn't matter. We're never going to explore it. We're just going to stop and playing.
No, I don't think they should explore it.
No, we'll just stop and playing.
I don't think it goes far enough for their goal. Their goal is that they want more individual ProQuest winners. This achieves the goal perfectly.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Because you can't win more than one.
Cool. My teammate has been kicked out. Guess the other 9 people can collude their next mate in. I've got 10 teammates, and we're not stopping anything.
But they haven't all won a ProQuest already.
Cool. 6 more to go. Sorry, everyone. You still ain't getting in because we're still going to try and get all these 6 other people in.
I don't think you guys agree on this one.
No. There's no way you can stop these collusion. And I'll tell you what, right? And this is. Hold on, check. No, wait. If everyone's going to show up with very weird scenarios as the point of argument, I'll give you my weird. No, I'll give you mine. Here's a weird argument. Me and you, Simon, we're never going to this Pro Tour, are we, mate? But we're in the final, and I'd like to go to. We're both in Mana Screw if they've got one, right? We also tomorrow we're going to go to Dice Cup.
This is a good example.
We're going to go to Dice Cup tomorrow, Simon, because I really want to play this. Because we're just going to play this. We're not going to Japan. Me and you are in the final.
Yeah.
This is great because I know Simon would, without a doubt, not concede.
Absolutely
No, that's fine. I'll tell him and go, Simon, I was really looking forward to hanging out and playing some more Flesh and Blood with you, playing a game with you in another store.
I think you think like you would definitely want to play more, and Simon would 100% take the win and take the ProQuest win.
That's fine.
I'd be like, I'm happy not to play anymore.
That's fine. Right. But I tell you what, it doesn't. Dude, it doesn't matter. Teams are going to get around this.
Maybe a good example. We would like to.
I don't care. Pick anyone. Let's just pick any 2 people, and they both wanted to go to another event together on the same time. But they can't. And now, and again, I'm picking a very silly little point, a scenario to make our argument better. It's silly, and so is this whole team stuff as well. My whole point is,
you know what, Hamish? I disagree because we all know that teams have mathed out whole top 8s,
and they will still do it.
Would you allow Dan?
Oh, there will be one man down. There's one man down. Sorry, no, you did. No, you had a point.
I was saying, I just want to. I would like to bring this to a close.
No,
we've had some very good points.
I'm not done.
And I think if I know, but we've got to stop. But all I would say is that I think this conversation shows that it's stupid. There is no arguing with the fact that this is a controversial decision.
Absolutely,
with very different opinions on either side, and I think LSS have to consider what let it play out. I think as Hamish himself admitted, the decision has been made. And now we have to let it play out and see what the outcome is. See how people feel at the end of the ProQuest season. I'd be really interested to hear from players who actually ended up having a really bad, had a really great ProQuest season for the first weekend, but then had a really negative experience because they weren't able to play. But I'd also be really interested to hear from players who managed to qualify for the Pro Tour in that final tournament, and could maybe really put it down to the fact they go to the same armory with the same guy every week, they lose every single time, and then suddenly with that player out of the picture, they manage to pick up that Pro Tour invite.
They won't, because all their other mates all the other 9 people from that team has gone to your event, and they're still going to collect their way in. Look,
let's let the audience chime in.
All right,
let us know what your thoughts are.
I just want to. I'm not going to come up with any more points. I just stand.
You can each say one more thing. I'll allow it.
All right,
I'll
Simon.
call it.
No, Simon, you.
Yeah, because you want the last word.
I do. Yeah.
I just think the number of people that are going to be negatively affected by this ruling is minuscule.
Agreed.
And actually, overall, it's generally going to be a positive effect. I don't think there are many people that go to more than 1 or 2 ProQuests in a season anyway. So actually, it's not going to affect a huge number of people in a negative way.
I agree with that. I agree with that statement. I will never stand by.
You agree with Simon. Thank you, everyone, for joining us.
Thank you very much.
I will never stand behind any policy that will allow people to not play the game for a positive outcome. I'll never stand by that. Not unless every other option has been explored. Just don't see.
Well, there you go, everyone.
That's it. And that's all I care about. All the other things, it'll do the job. But whatever.
Well, let us know what you think, everyone. Maybe in the comments. Or maybe the story's moved on. Maybe there's new things. Maybe there's been new developments by the time this podcast comes out. But we're interested to hear people's thoughts on it. So
yeah,
I think it's a really good debate.
Can we also all agree that it was communicated extremely poorly?
Not at all.
We said that at the beginning.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us on this episode of Push the Point. I hope you enjoyed a nice, fiery, but well-mannered conversation.
Yeah.
Obviously, I was correct, and I thank you all for saying that in the comments. I didn't think I really gave an opinion.
No, you never do.
LaMayo.
Still sat on the fence.
That's for you. Yeah. All right. See you later, guys.
All right. Love you.
Bye.
Love you, bye.